Yeah,
It's recording now.
ready?
Yep.
Okay, got it. I pressed it. Yeah, so should I start?
Yep.
Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Tamanna Shikar Mohanty. I'm currently working as an Environment Research Officer intern in UK-based NGO named the Next Century Foundation. Side by side, I do write independent blogs addressing environmental issues for Green Politico. Please do subscribe if you are interested in reading interdisciplinary articles addressing environmental issues. The link can be viewed in the chat box. I thank Think Wildlife Foundation to give me this opportunity to present my research paper. Today's webinar is based on my dissertation I submitted for my master's degree in geopolitics at KCL. I like to give some context to what got me interested in sustainability. I always had great respect for nature. It was after great introspection I realized that I wanted to be part of the movement, not to be the audience. I've taken a massive plunge from my bachelor's in economics and developing my skills and knowledge every day in the field of sustainability. I am enjoying my journey nevertheless. Moving on to my dissertation, it deals with illegal wildlife trade in insurgent, politically sensitive zones. My dissertation is inspired by critics provided by Rosalind Duffy on this problematic thinking that illegal wildlife trade should be treated as a national security issue. It is a fourth transnational organized crime as per UNTOC. Illegal wildlife trade is monitored by five intergovernmental organizations such as CITES, Interpol, UNODC, World Bank, WCO. The potent narrative that has been inspired by the interlinkage between terrorist financing and illegal wildlife trade, one can one can say it may hold some grounds because terrorists don't have principles. They are always open to entering any black market to finance the terrorism. However, it has been shown that it encourages green militarization, especially in conflict zones, to vilify local community as allies of terrorists and enemies of nature. It just pushes local community away from being a part of environmental stewardship. At the same time, it ignores institutional corruption and abuse of power in encouraging the illegal wildlife trade. The webinar, okay, sorry. So I specifically focus on tiger poaching in India. I hope you all find this webinar engaging. Before I present my research paper, I'd like to just give some facts on tigers overall. Okay, tigers or Panthera tigris is not just a majestic animal. Tiger is India's national animal, but it also shares its magnificence with Bangladesh, South Korea, and Malaysia. It is listed as endangered on the IUCN um, red list. India is strictly positioned as a savior and enemy of tigers. It is a general knowledge that tigers are poached for their body parts for medicinal reasons and trophy hunting. However, they are also killed as a result of human wildlife conflict. Why do tigers matter? Tigers do matter not just to preserve our ecology and food chain. They matter because they also have the right to live. The tiger population trend curve shows that there is a need for intervention to preserve tigers for future generations. However, as eco warriors, we need to exercise a sense of empathy for those who are hunting tigers too. If you don't believe it, I like to show you some video to get an understanding of who is responsible for tiger poaching globally. Well, I kind of cut the video short. I like some people to volunteer to share their thoughts on what do they think about this video and do local communities deserve this vilification.
Shubhalakshmi, do you want to join? Yeah, there's only one person.
Okay, let's move on then.
Yeah.
Wait. So let's move on to my dissertation. Do insurgent zones become poaching hotspots in India? First, I like to draw everybody's attention to why social sciences matter in environmental issue. Social sciences helps natural sciences to identify both behavioral gap and encourage inclusive stakeholder engagement at large to better our planet. In my dissertation, I surveyed 11 prominent Indian. Okay, these are the objectives of the webinar. So I have already articulated my objectives before on why I chose this topic, on the fact that the green militarization is a very contestable topic, and at the same time, it is not helping neither the community or neither the animals living living near the community. In my dissertation, I surveyed 11 prominent Indian tiger states qualitatively, initially to get an overall understanding of why it prevails. I found out the three core reasons for poaching in India, specifically for tigers, are financial, superstitions, and resentment. The financial and superstition makes sense considering the bogus so called healing properties of tiger body parts and superstitions increasing demand for traffic body parts. However, resentment is an interesting issue because poor forest management has fragmented the habitats for tiger, where frequent interactions are detrimental for both the local community and tiger. Tiger, as a big cat, has been termed as a colonial vermin to be killed by British hunters to not only protect their subjects but also to protect territory of the crown and fortune. Naida may not be in existence today, but the fortress conservation has created a disconnect between local community and the forest official. The main issue is that marginalized communities affected by dispossession of land through the national park expanding the spaces without fair compensation has pitted tigers against the local community. I use a simple special econometrics name GI star for answering the hotspot. Hotspot in this case can be simplified as area vulnerable to high tiger trafficking and vice versa can be said for cold spot. The variables used are total forest area, square kilometer, number of people arrested in trafficking tiger parks and killed in insurgent zones between 2021 to 2022. It conducts district level analysis to provide insight into district level policing. As mentioned, it covers 41 districts covering 11 states as mentioned in the presentation before. Out of 11 states, 5 states are under active insurgency and has significant tiger population: Odisha, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Telangana, and some part of Maharashtra too. Out of these conflict zones Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, and some of Maharashtra are part of the left-wing extremist red belt or called Maoist Naxal. The three variables were combined to construct a new variable called violent territorial arrangement. In simpler phrase, it aims to capture the competition between civilians and insurgents over natural resources. The Kaiser criterion or eigenvalues define the PC, which is the principal component to be chosen. The highest Kaiser score is given to PC1 as it represents a more accurate picture of the newly constructed variable. It can be observed in PC1 that insurgent plays an important role in creating a violent environment. Hence, PC1 was chosen in its spatial weight. The symmetric nature, along with longitude and latitude, is used to be more realistic and allow each state at least one neighbor. One can observe that each district shares similar violent environmental nature with 5 districts. It was set in respect to P equals to 0.05 or 95% confidence level. One can observe 21 districts holding significance in being either tiger hotspot or cold spot. Out of these, 13 districts are hotspots and 8 districts are cold spot. These hotspots are predominantly in Maharashtra, Telangana, and Chhattisgarh. On the other hand, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and part of Madhya Pradesh are cold spots. The most concerning regions were determined by p value, and it was found that Chandrapur, Gadchiroli, Warangal, and Bijapur districts were poaching hotspots for tiger poaching, along with being districts dealing with left-wing extremism. One should not come to conclusion that the left-wing extremists are involved in wildlife trade heavily. It is true, but it is minuscule in fact that these regions, being remote, are institutionally and socially marginalized. The coercive land expansion by dispossessing local communities from their forest or their land fuels insurgency and reduces opportunities for livelihoods. The anarchic nature of territory also endangers the forest officers' lives on field too, as they are afraid to carry out their jobs. The disenfranchisement from their land and weak institutions make insurgent zones poaching hotspot. The forest officials associated with Wildlife Crime Control Bureau need to not only exercise sensitivity, but also they need to be an initiator of change by being a mediator between government and local community to fairly compensate for land. If illegal wildlife trade needs to be stopped, it needs to go beyond its security role. Thank you for your valuable time, and I'm right now open for questions.
Shubhalakshmi, do you have any questions? Anyone else have any questions? Yeah, I think there are no questions. So, thanks for your time.